this session, we are going to have the professional work done by the different individuals, which they'll be sharing with you people. We have 1 hour time and we got total 9 speakers who are going to share their thoughts, their findings. So, distributing the time accordingly, I think each speaker will allocate 6 minutes time, 5 minutes for your talk, 1 minute for the subsequently in case any questions are there, those are to be answered by the particular delegate. My request will be that when you are making the presentation, in case it's a research paper, can you start with your objective, methodology you are going to use, you have used, then maybe the main findings, conclusions or your recommendations. I think within 5 minutes you won't be able to do anything more than that. So kindly everybody follow that the time should be the main criteria, we should be followed on that. Okay? So let's start with it. We have Ms. Tina Gupta is the first speaker. She's going to deliberate on to the green market, responsible approach to the marketing. Ms. Tina Gupta, please.
Over here, my dear friends and students. I'm Tina from Northern India Engineering College, and my topic is Green Marketing, a responsible approach to business in 21st century. You know, green is new black nowadays. It is in fashion. Everybody wants to go green, whether it is consumer or whether it is marketer. Consumers want to go green because it is a status symbol for them, and they want to live and breathe in green environment, healthy environment, and they want to contribute towards healthy environment. And marketers want to go green because they think it is their responsibility as a part of CSR. How green marketing can be used as a tool for responsible marketing. They can follow many strategies. They can follow many tools. For example, they can reduce their reliance on natural resources. They can make alternative use of resources. For example, solar energy. They can make use of rainwater harvesting. Products can be reinvented that are made from recycled material. They can use the office supplies that is made of recycled plastic. Waste can be avoided, such as cutting down on water consumption or reducing the amount of trash, etc. Firms can make green while being green. That means they can make money. Green here is money. They can properly utilize resources such as electricity. They can avoid the wastage of electricity. They can look at all business activities to see if they can do anything differently. Suppose you are in Delhi and your counterpart is sitting in Dubai, you don't have to fly to talk to him and to meet him and to discuss over viewpoint. You can make video conferencing and you can decrease the air pollution. Why marketers choose to go green? There are many factors they decide to go green. Opportunity, they have an opportunity to create more customer base, to attend more and more customer base. For example, if you talk about Maggi, they replaced their shell packaging with wax paper packaging, and they could attract more and more consumers who were oriented towards green marketing. It is a part of their social responsibility. Like you all know about HSBC. They were the first bank who decided to go carbon neutral in 2004. It means like you are removing as much carbon dioxide from the earth you are producing. It includes many projects. It includes buying green electricity and all. Government pressure, of course, our government want that we should be in a clean environment. So they are taking many initiatives. For example, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, they are banning the polythene bags, they are banning the smoking in public areas. Competitive pressure, it is a competitive advantage, plus many firms have to go for green marketing because their competitors are going for green marketing. For example, if you talk about Body Shop, they have taken some targets. They have decided a few specific targets to be achieved by 2020. Tagline is enrich, no exploit. So they have decided that their ingredients will be 100% of their ingredients will be green, organic, and they should be traceable. Cost reduction and build corporate image. Challenges. What are the problems they are facing? Need for standardization. There should be a body who can give them certification. Of course, ISO is working toward it, but still there are few points which are lacking. New concept. This is totally a new concept. Consumers, of course, they are getting aware, but they need to be educated about it. Patience and perseverance. This is an investment, but it will cost you initially and it will give you profit in long term. So you have to be patient. Avoiding green myopia, this is personally my favorite term. Myopia is when you are so much into product, aesthetic appeal of the product that you forget the basic profit of the product. So green myopia is when you are so much into making your product green that you forget what is the basic expectation of customer with the product. So this is a problem with that. How these problems can be solved. Where product differentiation, product should be different, maybe functionally, maybe in aesthetic. Value positioning, STP is very important for the marketeers, so they should decide what is the segment they are going to target and what are values of how they can position themselves. Product alone is it should not be green product only. The packaging should be green packaging also. Marketing strategies, whether it is pricing, whether it is promotion, whether it is distribution, it should be green. They can make use of social media like Twitter, Facebook, they can write blogs, they can issue newsletters. These are many strategies to be followed. So I want to conclude, green marketing is not just a strategy for the marketeers, it should be a holistic concept, it should be in the mindset of everybody who belongs to organization, and top management should be committed towards it, they should communicate with other people.
Thank you, Ms. Tina. Please to come over. Ms. Tina has touched upon the latest fad which is going on in our marketing side. Is a green marketing is the latest fad. But what you see today in the market is most of the touch upon is only onto the delivery side. Delivery side means that when the final product is reaching to the customers, they try to emphasize that this is all green. But at the same time, that the manufacturers or the entrepreneurs, they are forgetting about the input side of it and the processing side. Unless that the whole process itself is on the green footings, there's no point, that in case you keep on advertising the green product. What Ms. Tina has covered, she has very beautifully articulated all the issues, which actually includes right from the start to the end, what exactly should be the comprising the green marketing. Especially when she talked about the myopic view and the cosmetic view which is being given to the green by our industry, that definitely needs to be restricted because their approach doesn't have to be only from the statutory requirement. They have to cover linking the corporate social responsibility in case they are in the green business. Thank you very much, ma'am. She's gone? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now I invite Ms. Kulkarni and Dr. Deepti Sharma. They are going to deliberate on to the innovative social causes of marketing, how the campaigns are being conducted. Ms. Kulkarni and Dr. Sharma, please.
Dr. Deepti Vashish Sharma. It is very rightly said, there is nothing more rewarding than giving back and making difference in the lives of people in this great community.
After listening to the galaxy of intellectuals who were telling us since morning, so I think that to talk on a subject like responsible marketing, the responsibility has again increased. Maybe that of the author, maybe that of the speakers. So definitely coming to the paper, study of innovative social cause marketing campaigns in India, that is the study. So here we would like to say that social marketing is based on the principle of societal welfare. The organization must keep in mind the consumer wants, organizational needs and long-term interests of the society. As we keep on saying regarding the triangle, the marketing triangle, which consists of the wants, which consists of the needs, at the same time it talks about the interest of the society. When we talk about making money, so definitely there are organizations who have now talking about not only money, but they are also talking about the society welfare as such. Now, talking about the money which they are making from the society welfare is altogether a different story. But then yes, this is they are at least started thinking that we need to give back to the society. An 11-year Harvard University study found that stakeholder balanced companies showed 4 times the growth rate and 8 times the employment growth when compared to companies that are shareholder only focused. So definitely, again, the study says that definitely if the company are involved into CSR, their growth increases. The objectives of the study were to study the history of social cause marketing, to understand the origin and evolution of corporate social responsibility, to study some of the innovative corporate social responsibility examples in India. It says that 88% of consumers said that they would have a more positive opinion of a company that is doing something to make the world a better place, regardless of the cause or issue concerned. So this is what something the company is taking into consideration, and that is why maybe they are forced or maybe they are doing it willingly, that the CSR, corporate social marketing, has been doing. Because almost 88% of the consumers are more interested in such companies. The cause marketing, yes, it is building the brand awareness, it enhances the brand image, evoke brand feelings, establish brand credibility, and create a sense of brand community. Talking about the second objective of our study was to understand the history of social cause marketing. The history, it started from the year almost 1950. Mr. G.D. Wade was the first one to talk about this particular concept, and he asked the question that why can't you sell brotherhood and rational thinking like you sell soap? So he was the one who proposed this particular concept in the year 1950. He also proposed that marketing could be used to solve social problems. Then in the year 1960, it went from the international development agencies, conducted family planning activities. So various health educational campaigns were conducted in the year 1960, which again talked about the corporate social marketing. In the year 1970, the term was coined by Kotler and Zeltman in 1971. Taking into consideration what Mr. Webb said in 1951, further the study was carried forward by Kotler and Zeltman. At that time, the proposal was considered very, very controversial. At that time, very much controversy took place on this particular topic. Then in the year 1980, the concept started percolating and people started asking from should marketing be applied to social cause to how can marketing be applied to social issues. So slowly the society started accepting this particular fact. In the year 1990, it happened that researchers clarified the change of behaviors, and it started happening that overcame ambiguities and started to better define itself, this particular term. Then in the year 2000, public health, safety and the environment and the community development started talking about CSR. It was, as of now, this has become a very important part of the organization. These were the various examples which talk about the corporate social marketing, the various organizations, the big brands which are there, just to name a few: Airtel, Kellogg's, then Dove, Lifebuoy, Tata Tea, Unilever, Standard Chartered, various. Just to talk about some of the innovative features, so let's move on to Lifebuoy.
Lifebuoy Swasthya Chetna was the 5-year plan for awareness about the health and hygiene. When we talk about Lifebuoy, there is one thing, कीटाणु हाथ से मुंह तक जाता है. To make this kind of awareness among the very little children to the old age people, this was the main objective of this campaign. This was launched in 2002 across the 8 states of India.
Lifebuoy did all the possible ways in which they could talk about the importance of hand washing. It was also there, it was printed on the rotis, the chapatis which were distributed, that Lifebuoy se haath dhoya kya. So that was something which was posted on it, and then the rotis were distributed. So this was like, likewise there are various other innovative examples which we have included in the paper. Due to the time constraint, we may not be able to cover it.
Time up.
Time up? Okay. So we'll go to the conclusion part. CSR is the heart and soul of modern corporations.
Social marketing has been fundamentally changed the way business interact with the customer and the public at large. The relationship between the corporation and the society is inseparable. CSR is an indispensable mechanism for both increased corporate accountability, profitability, and environment sustainability. Thank you very much.
All right, now coming to the topic about the innovative social cause in the marketing. Thank you very much. Please do come over. The way I look at it,
the social angle about the advertisement or the marketing, pardon me for using this particular examples. Any type of any type of advertisement from the government sector, the smoking is bad, you should quit it. Drinking is bad, you shouldn't drink. I have not seen anybody who smokes or anybody who drinks to leave the smoking or drinking because of these advertisements. But what is now the social angle attached? These days, what you listen from the media or the corporates is, drinking is bad in case you overdo it. They go to the extent of saying that the 2 drinks a day is good for the health. Other message comes is that please don't combine drink and drive. This is bad for you. Smokers, they come out with that the agarbatti smoke is more detrimental to your health than the cigarette smoke. This is creating the awareness amongst the public. Yes, that the thing is bad, but within the limit if you do it, because we know that you can't leave it. As far as the delivery by Ms. Kulkarni and Dr. Sharma is concerned, very beautifully they have done the total mapping how the social issues have been covered in the advertisement these days. And Lifebuoy example, these are really good. This needs to be a separate case study in itself. Thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, now we have the Ms. Maheshwari and Dr. Vijay Kumar. They are going to deliberate on Roar of the Digital Tiger on a study on the haste customer. I really can't figure out how they are given the treatment to this particular subject. Let's listen them out, please. Ms. Maheshwari. And Dr. Vijay Kumar, yes.
Good afternoon all. Good afternoon dignitaries, faculty, students, Chair Professor Rajesh. I'm Vijay Kumar, faculty from the School of Communications, Xavier University.
And myself, Maheshwari from Xavier University.
Today we are going to discuss something on, this is a paper where we are going to discuss something on digital marketing, Roar of Digital Tiger, a study on haste consumer attitude towards digital marketing and empirical investigation. Okay, when it comes to digital marketing, this is a buzzword now. It is just opposite to the traditional marketing. And new generation, young people experience this a lot. Digital marketing, the forms of digital marketing are influencing marketing, influencer marketing, referral marketing, search engine marketing, and more specifically, more in a bigger way, social media marketing. So social media is, why it is popular? Because it is, it socializes, it helps the user to engage with other user, share information, like, comment, collaborate, and to publish. So social media changes the consumer behavior pattern and the consumption. Statistics shows that India is fast. India have a great user base for Facebook, that is social media. And earlier, marketeers try to reach the target audience or the consumers. Now the scenario has changed. If I want to purchase something, I make an effort, search, get in touch with my peers, and I'll get what I want to achieve. So the purchase decision process is modified. Consumer attitude is also changing. We'll move on to review of literature, but I'm not considering the time. We are not going to discuss much of this, but two important previous study. One is from Jeff. In 2010, they say that marketing areas evolved from time where marketeers have the power to influence, and today the peers, my Facebook friends, or my social networking base people have great influence on my behavior and my consumption, buying behavior and consumption pattern. And the next one is almost every consumer passes through 5 different stages. One is problem recognition, information search, alternative evaluation, purchase decision, and post-purchase evaluation. This is our basic theoretical model. We are from Bhubaneswar. So I wanted to say this so that it will be easy to connect with this theoretical model. So we were searching for some good hotel in Delhi. So what we did is, we were searching for some hotel, right? That is the motivation. That is problem recognition. The next one is, we searched on different platforms. Probably nowadays very easy is online search. That is the information search, the second level. The third is alternative evaluation. We read blogs. We went to portals like Trivago, and we read the reviews. Then we got an idea about that, and we moved on to purchase. And the third one is, the last one is, we are here, we'll be later, we may post some reviews. So this is the theoretical model of the basic research, and our objectives, we have 3 objectives: to study the impact of social media on different phases of consumer decision-making process. The second is to study the most influenced stage of consumer decision-making process by social media. Third is to study the post-purchase behavior of consumer on social media activities. Our methodology is descriptive research design, and data was collected from 421 respondents from Chennai city through structured questionnaire and by random sampling. 340 respondents were sorted and used for this research, and the data collection was done during October 2017 to Jan 2018. We used SPSS program to analyze.
Due to time constraint, and quickly go on to the conclusion. For the results and discussion, the analysis that we did was multiple regression, and we have used some dependent variables which are ease of information, entertainment, social interaction, trust, credibility, and we try to understand these are the characteristics of the social media which is going to influence the different buying decisions of the consumer. And we try to understand which variable is influencing the different stages of the consumer. So then we also try to understand which platform is very much used by the consumers to find the data regarding the purchase. And we found that Facebook is the most widely used social media, and followed by the YouTube. Then social media is influencing every stage of the consumer buying decision, and it is greatly influencing the stage of information seeking and purchase decision. And then the decision stage is very, very crucial for consumers to access a wide range of comparison tools, recommendations, and reviews. And we also try to understand how consumers are feeling after they have consumed the product. So we try to find out what are the activities they're doing in the social media. And we found that many consumers, after they purchase the product, if they're satisfied, they are not really going in, commenting or sharing their experience as much as when they're dissatisfied. Even the example that he quoted for the hotel thing, even if I want to see one review which is bad, I definitely opted out of the particular option. So this social media is greatly influencing the buyer's decision making, and hence the marketers need to understand that social media is definitely changing the marketing era, and thus marketers should tap these opportunities of interactions provided by social media to engage with consumers and thereby build a long-term relationship to enhance loyalty for their brands. And the tail phase is social media is like a curve right now, and it has the potential to roar, and this Desi digital tiger will become the virtual national predator soon. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think you all must have seen the tiger by now. So they focus mostly onto the social media, yes, social media, that you get the quite, that the interesting type of the inputs, which may be that the many times is the paid insertions by the companies. Okay, it gives you the lead. Then maybe that you go to the blogs also, you get the information. Of course, today the alternative available to the customer is that to confirm onto the what all has been given in the social media. You go to the internet, unbiased opinions are there. The whole literature is available to you. Moreover, that earlier we used to talk only the consumables or the durables. Now the hitherto very sacrosanct areas like medicine, medical, any medical problem you have, right from the symptomatic treatment down to the actual medicine required, the recovery period, everything you will get onto the social media as well as onto the internet. In fact, that all this authentic information has become a challenge to the medical profession now. Many of the medical professionals, the doctors, they have lesser knowledge than the patient. This all is because of the tiger which they have produced. Thank you very much, both of you. Thanks a lot. I think we'll have the changeover of the group for the next batch of the presenters. Okay. I'll request you people to take the seat there so that the next batch can come up. Thank you very much, all of you.